Welcome everyone to today's live stream. We're gonna do some Mechanica today. We have a new update, so way to go, dev. We've got the creation tool, I think is what it was called, creation update. We can now put complete assemblies on, so we're gonna be doing some workshop stuff again. Hi Xbox, Jenny, Jason, Felonious. Thank you all for joining in so early. Glad to have everybody on. Jennifer King, thanks for joining in as well. See you there. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. I've already seen a few things that I never would have thought of doing, more of like cosmetic type stuff, like a police car upload to the workshop. I never would have thought of doing that, but we've got some interesting stuff we can do now with the game for the workshop, so we're gonna be doing some of that today. I'm delayed. Am I delayed, or is it just the stream is delayed? Hello, Pierre. Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you on board today as well. Timmy is here. He is calmly waiting a treat. He's like, come on, give me something. Look, right here. Right here. Look at my hand. Look at my... No. Alright. Don't look at my hand. Look up. Xbox, do not delay traffic. It's not something you're supposed to do. So don't do it. Timmy? Stick. Little chew stick. Can't have it yet. Alright, we're gonna give Timmy gets a lighter stick today. It's a little Twizzler type stick. Chicken chew. Is this? You want it? You want it? Please? Yeah, you want it. Okay. So we have the new update to dive into today. And of course, the main thing is that there is the new creation tool, but there's some other stuff I've been working on in the meantime since last live stream that I think are going to be fun to do today. All right, so let's get loaded in. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully it's a little slow. Just thinking about it. Saying ice cream on Sundays is illegal where you live. Well, that just gave us some information on where you live, because I'm sure there's not that many places that have a law against saying ice cream on Sundays. So there we go. So yeah, new creation tool we're gonna look at. You also see my weird attempts at making a vertical variation of the conveyor system. And I see we got an attack coming. So this is just, you know, like an attempt, like it works really well to a degree. We'll throw some sand on there. And you see it's going to go across. It's going to drop it down. I used fencing as the base for it to kind of level it up. And it just took a lot of tweaking to get it to work. And then it's going to go all the way up to the top and dump into the container down at the end. And I've got a window here, glass window, acting as a slide for it. Now this works great, but it's not as simplified as this. This I just literally put stairs attached to each other and built along the stairs. And I was going to have it be buddy bots dumping from my cargo storage into a drop-off point here. The problem is it does not work very well with ores. I'll show you right after I get rid of these guys. Hey, Dragon Station, thanks for joining in as well. Oh, he's like, oh man, alarm, alarm. Buddies got destroyed. I got some more coming too. So yeah, I've managed to create a dirty variation and a slightly cleaner variation of angled conveyor belts, which actually works well for stuff that stays relatively flat and stationary. Even works for the most part well with like the liquid containers, oil cans, water. It actually works with that, but not as great because they do tend to get into a spot where they can roll and sometimes roll off. It's really the ore is the problem. If I put ore on this, it will just sit there and spin and spin and spin until it starts to bundle up and then fall off the edge. So I'm still trying to find a way to get, and this, for some reason, when I load the game, the count gets off on this for some reason. I don't know why. It's like when I load the game the first time, it just kind of messes up a bit. I don't get it. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It never stays consistent at the beginning. But let's see. We're going to look. Tools. Creation tool. Steel ingot, screws, copper, ingot. So nothing expensive, nothing crazy with that. And so we get this now. Open creation menu. Workshop creations. You can browse workshop creations. Add your creations. That's what we're going to be messing with today. Make sure this is working. I think that's working right now. So it's kind of interesting that we've got that option. And so we're going to see how this works. So like, I'm going to add objects to it. It's probably not a good idea to start with the most complicated thing I have. Or one of the most complicated things I have. So we'll do... Oh, yeah, he saw me. He saw me after all. Another attack coming. Oh, and look at that. I got two of them working together. Or, you know, one's the leader, the other one's the apprentice. He's being shown what to do. And so we're going to do this. Alright, as soon as the attacks are done, we can do a little bit more of this. You got a ticket for going 12 miles per hour. Going over 12 miles per hour, not honking every 100 yards on a paved road. That's a really weird ticket law. And it's cold now, but during school it was hot. Well, yeah, I mean, depending on where you are, it's probably cooling down with Hurricane Ida coming in. Let's see, I don't see anything. I don't see. All right, I might have freedom from attacks for a moment. Let's just do, because I haven't done this one already. We'll start with this setup. So I'm gonna go to creation menu. Auto feed water bottling setup. We're going to add objects. We're going to add that, and that. And, oh, I heard, yep. I wonder if it messes up if I, like, change from it. If I, like, switch off to a different tool. Alright, let's E to finish. Yep. Oh, did it mess? It messed up. Alright. So I hit E to finish, and because I didn't finish right then, it canceled it. So maybe there could be a change made where when you select it, you could pause it for a second like you're being attacked and come back to making the creation. Because, you know, at some points, the attacks get pretty consistent, like they are right now, and it's going to definitely make it more difficult to select stuff at the right time. I just heard that alarm go off, so I'm wondering if we got a new attack coming. So this again, auto feed, water body. Okay, so it didn't dump everything. It just did that. placement point. Click to set. Okay, so you gotta go over the arrow. And we're gonna base it around the water pump. Yep. Okay. Include worlds, include wells, includes functions. Yeah, we want that. And we're going to capture. Actually, oh, wait. We'll come back to that at daytime. I want to get a good picture, you know, not like, oh, it's dark, you can't see anything. I want it to be, you know, discernible what's going on. Wow. So many more wandering ones showing up right now. We might have to do this too. The little robot punisher. Salty Films, hi! You just started school? I am not going to school. I am glad I don't have to worry about starting school again. I'm glad I am done with school. I am too cool for school. You know, I think I've got this kind of working now. Yep, it's working. So we're going to do that one as well. And I think I am going to include this so that it is, you know, I'm going to take this. Well, it's not doing anything with that. It's not doing that. So it's just got the two functions that's not attached to anything anymore. So we'll take this out. While I wait for the sun to come up, I'm going to put this up here. Because everything's feeding from up here. So we don't need that down there. Across. Yeah. Okay. So sun is coming up. And we got attack and an attack. 2 attacks coming in. So we're going to do this. Click to capture. Yes, and it gets rid of the hand on it. So, okay, and I can back out like that. That's good. Because I'm about to be attacked. And there we go. If I get up here, before the attack comes in, I'll just wait for 2 groups to show up. So, let's finish. So it's got 5 objects, 1 weld, 7 functions, 1 power line. Probably could do that a little bit cleaner as far as the power line, but you know, for the most part, it's going to be like that. So we're going to create that. And so now it's in my creations. I can recreate it somewhere else. We're also going to do a upload. So all right, so there we go. First creation being uploaded to Steam. And there it goes. All right, did take a moment, but it finally went up. All right, it shows uploaded, so it doesn't like let you upload again. It tracks that it's already on there and shows it's uploaded. And oh, I did not get. I guess that was a 3rd group that came in. Yeah, 1, 2. I hear it. So 1 just landed there. 1 went over there, and that one came from the absolute furthest spot possible. And we might have another one coming from that base as well. So I'm going to let that go. Now, this is a functioning lithium timer setup. So I'm going to leave it for a moment. Let's go with this, though. Let's see. So you can still do code libraries, like the automatic lithium timer. I'm going to remove that. And I got some of these I was going to try, but now there's not much point in trying them because, you know, we can redo it. Now, the double door, I'm not going to redo. That's kind of, you know, you still have to place something in there, and there's multiple mounting points. But the auto incinerator, fuel generator, stuff like that, I can do. I can redo. I'm sure that might not be another attack coming yet. Let's see. I know, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and bump this one down so it'll restart again. And we're going to actually create a new creation. Yeah, do like that. We'll add the object. So we're going to add the miner, of course. And that should automatically pull the connections and the power line. There we go. So we got that. 4 welds, or 4 objects, 2 welds, 17 functions, 1 power line. Placement point is going to be that. Auto miner. We'll include all that. We're going to capture that, which actually backs out a bit. I noticed. You see how it backs up on the thumbnail. Kind of makes it like I'm framing around the bar in my hand, but it's actually doing that. And now I want to get safety. And grab supplies. So this is not quite what I expected would be done for it, but it works. And it actually works pretty well. So we have that. We're going to go back to it. Still has it. We're going to create the auto timer. And so it's done. I can recreate this multiple places now much more easily. It still keeps the description from the other one. So I would like to see that changed. And froze for a second. Apparently it did not like my M in lithium. There, that should be good enough for it. And we'll upload it to Steam. Sanchez! Hello, thanks for joining. Canis Lupus, thanks for joining in. Sanchez is the last of the moderators. Oh, at the moment. I mean, Prime Sonic's a mod, but he doesn't get on as much anymore. He's a busy person. Okay, so I have uploaded some stuff on there. So then if I hit browse creations, just pulls it up in the Steam overlay that you can't see right now. Stuff from the workshop. So I could go in and hopefully it would automatically load it in. Let's try that. You see, I've got my stuff has already shown up on the it's on the most popular for 1 week because I just uploaded it. So, all right. Power room. Oh, that looks like an interesting one. I'm wondering how it works when you take it apart. There's some interesting options on the workshop. We're going to worry about creating our own today, and I think this is empty. Yep, I'm out of stuff. I am running out of room for things. Oh. Yeah, alright, what else can we do? Prime Psych, I think, has been a mod for a while. I think he's been a mod, but I mean, again, he doesn't get on very often. I mean, he's one of the longest running members, I can tell you that. Alright, Pierre, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. We'll see you later. So I was wanting to do a new base today, actually, but Xbox did mention that the next update is supposed to have a new map, which means we might probably have to restart the game again. So I don't want to go with building a big base. I mean, it might be 2 months from now for the new update. Might be next week. Well, I'm going to show you something else I tested out. I had the idea of a drop pod, hangar bay doors. And the problem is, if you turn these open, the vehicle won't drop on its own. You have to actually be in the vehicle. But I decided to create a little thing, because once I get in, it starts to slide backwards a bit, sitting still. So I've actually got it where I can go up here, bump this, get out, and as I get in, it's going to rock backwards. So we got warning lights flashing. It says prepare for drop. And then I don't know what's causing the text to flip now. It was working before. But yeah, drops me down just like that. And we got another attack coming. I'm actually going to try to draw them out this way a little bit. Let's find a lithium spot I have not hit up yet. Like, well, that's one right there. That could work. Oh, wow. There's a lot more bots roaming around than normal. All right, let's do this. We're going to put in that. So we're going to go here. I don't have the materials for it. Okay, so I'm missing materials. I'm assuming that means not that it auto crafts everything for you, but that it will auto craft from that as long as you have everything. So we got the auto miner, we got the counter, need the solar panel, and the storage box. So we'll try this again. So there you go. So you have to have all the components, but then you're pretty much set, and everything copied over. Everything. So now I just turn this on, and I have immediately no messing with recoding, no reattaching things, reselecting stuff. It is done. Right there like that. That is completely going to just make it super simple to do stuff with the workshop, to be able to put ideas up and just pop it in. As long as you have the supplies needed in your inventory, you just pop it right in and be ready to go. I can't believe maybe the update caused that to respawn. I'm pretty sure I got like the potted plant too, and this flower. Oh, I just noticed that one there has just launched, and I saw bots dropping down. Well, I think we got some bots stuck from either that one dropping or another one dropping. So like this, I could do this one that just, you know, tracks on a larger storage thing. It's like, oh yeah, here's the basic one. I could select only one of the miners and make it set up where you just add the other miners and connect them in the exact same way for the storage box. Pff, done. I might come back to that one after I lead these attacks back over here. Man, that makes me actually really happy. Because now, if we do start a new game, I don't have to try and save all my creations and make them work again. I just have to, you know, like, I don't have to go in and try to figure out how it was done from a screenshot. I can just click and go. As long as I build the materials I need. So that is, this truly is like an awesome improvement. Let me just say that. Yeah. Make mega bases? Yeah, so technically you could do, and that was kind of the thing that was approached before by the dev when they're mentioned about doing a way to get the entire collection. Like, I could technically say, hey, here's my entire base. I could link every single part of this base together as one creation, minus maybe the stuff like this. And you would just push it, you know, put it down, just make sure you have all the materials for it to make it work. And I think I got that off kilter. Yeah, there we go. That's fixed now. Let's look at this again. So it does tell you the number of items. So like you're gonna need an auto miner and the solar panel. You know, I could use another solar panel here. I'm not gonna save this base. I'm gonna do a better job now that I know how this works. So the next base will be just so amazingly decked out. When we do like a new one here or a new one in a new save, that, yeah. I'm just going to do smaller creations for the moment. Oh, and I meant to actually... I was actually meaning to take that solar panel and try something. Let's look at this. So if I go here, okay, so green, it checks your inventory, tells you what you need, what you're going to need beforehand, you know, and you just have to do that, and then it builds it out. So yes, massively easier. And yeah, we're going to do a lot of stuff today with this. I still want a better transport system with the conveyors for vertical elements so you can lift stuff, because my plan was to build a floating base of sorts, one way up in the sky, and have materials brought to a point and then transported up. But the ore does not work so well for that. One survived. Wow. Okay. Let's get my sand bots. So we're gonna do, yeah, new creation. Well, you know what? Expandable glass production. So what I'll do, we're gonna take that, that, and that. We're just going to do one drill, so it's cheaper to put in. Actually, we'll do 2 drills, so you can see how it lines up. And I'm getting some lag with that. Okay. So yeah, a little bit cheaper. Placement point is going to be this, because you're not worried about where you're placing down the drills. Oh, man. Still launching them. Look at that. Look where he went. That's too far. Need to cut down the roll just a bit on those. All right, let's see. So I've got, you capture a thumbnail. I'm going to show the thumbnail with all of them. And it'll be, you know, it's an expandable one. Add to it. Add more conveyors to it. You know, do whatever you gotta do. And so we're gonna do this. I'm actually squeeze in like that. Nope. Okay, did not get cropped a little bit. Gotta get used to the way it's cropping everything. That's gonna work. So yeah, oh then this is definitely a huge boost for the game. Just gonna put it like that. That is gonna make a big difference, I think. Especially with getting new players more interested, because I mean, think about it. You now, I don't have to, like, it doesn't have to be a case of you just go and have to figure out how to hook stuff together. You can download stuff, paste it in, and then look at it as like, okay, how did they do this? So this is going to be an amazing learning option too for players who want to get into more involved mechanics. So we've got all that expandable glass production, 45 functions. Technically, the functions should work that all they have to do is when they add more, they say, oh, you know, sand drill, and just keep doing that. And it does have a scroll down for it. Okay, so yeah. Oh, we need more text. There we go. Yeah, so upload to Steam. Right there. Oh. Could go for how long without a spammer ruining chat? I mean, it depends on who the spammer is. I mean, we went last time, we didn't have any spam. We go today without, or we went the other night without spam. We go today without spam. We're going to be doing pretty well. All right, get rid of them. See that? I don't want to add that setup because that's very specific to the way my base is done. If I was adding the whole base, different story. So there goes that. Okay, we should be... That's nighttime. Okay. So that is uploaded as well. Next day, because I want to do daylight, looks better. We'll get that rig set up. We'll do this one. And I'll go with this. Yeah. I might actually move these over, yeah, because that's not triggered with those. Let's do that. Let's clean this up a bit while it is shut down. What? All right, fine. And you know, I could make it look nicer. I could add a light or something to it so it stands out at night if you need to go over there, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it simple. I don't want to make it unnecessary on parts. For, you know, like, oh, man, you know, I wish you could build this without this. And then, you know, I don't want to have that kind of thing. So I want to keep it to the simple levels for this. I'm empty on all of my stuff. I have no ore processing right now. Well, I have a ton of ore. Oh, that's them above me. Yes. Let's clear all this out. Very little copper in there that run. Just fine. I've got more than enough copper. I think the next base will be built with this sort of thing in mind, where I want to make everything modular so it's easier to add stuff for, you know, if somebody wants to use the same kind of stuff, it's easier to add it into their base. But at the same time, I also want to do where at the end I can maybe build the whole base out as an entire thing. And that is a kind of a nice touch. You don't have to say, here's my save file. It's like, here's my base. Just place it down, line it up how you want. Your body is 80, but your mind is 16. I can understand that. Sometimes you don't feel like you should. Too tired, but, you know, at the same time, still immature. Oh. I need to do this one too. But I need to do it where I get one of the bots in there and take that screenshot while the bot is in the location, while it's hung up. Yeah, we need to do that. For now, it's nighttime. We've got a bit of time before day. Let's go actually do a supply run with the new setup. Still doesn't quite work right because of the speed of the doors. Unfortunately, not a way I've found so far to increase the speed of the garage door. I'm actually thinking if I do another, I was like to see a way to do the garage door more without the framing on the outside, like where the door frame sits, have an option to mount the garage door that is just like a way to mount it to an existing ceiling tile, instead of it being, you know, you have to put it to the specific door frame. Let me look at it real quick since I'm not being attacked. Instead of this, and I did not mean to make that, but all right. Instead of this, just the top bar. I want that option, and then maybe a wider fit for the garage door, because I could do these sideways and have 4 of them, you know, 2 and then 2, so they open out, and that would be a big enough like bay door type of setup that you could have a drop pod type feel. That would work a lot better for that. I'm gonna do that setup too next day. I'm gonna get all these on there. Quite pleased with my creations, and I would like to see them being shared. So we're just gonna fill up as much as we can. Oh, and this does give me some validity for a battle car. Put together a little battle car where, you know, you go in and you can defend yourself, you can fight with it. There's no weird complication of like, all right, make sure you place this here or program it this way. I can actually just snapshot it and put it on the workshop. So let's do a battle car today. We'll do another. We won't use this car. We'll do a secondary car that I'll, you know, just keep laid down somewhere. Actually, I might do it with this one. I might just revamp. And this one is the simple setup because it's not draining completely because it's iron, not lithium. I could do the basic miner, I guess, but same time, I mean, most people need to kind of learn how that rig is set up on their own, I think. Doing the basic miner is a good starting point for learning how some of this works. Bunch more copper. Man. I think I have one more over here. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go this way. We'll loop back around from the other side. You swam for 4 hours before. Was interesting. What? How did you swam absolutely for 4 hours, or you like swam a little bit, kind of, you know, floated a bit, swam a little bit, you know, were you actually like swimming nonstop, like breaststroke, dog paddle, something like that for 4 hours? Like, was it 4 hours of constant cardio, or are you talking about you were in a pool for 4 hours? Because being in a pool and actively swimming do not automatically happen. It's not because you're in a pool and you're kind of floating there, or, you know, bouncing with your toes on the bottom of the pool does not count as swimming. Apparently I pushed the car around when I bumped into it. All right. 2 storage boxes full of supplies, which, because of conveyors and because buddy bots don't track very well, that should be turning on in the morning. Because buddy bots don't really track very well on stairways, and I tried this. I tried to get them to go up the stairs. Did not work. I was gonna have them like use the stairs instead and have a buddy bot that would just bring stuff up to the top of the base and dump it in. Did not work. I was hoping it would work because I was going to expand my production on the top level, but did not work. Ah, ha, ha. I think I got him with the storage box there. I think I actually nailed him with the storage box instead of the car. So yeah, idea was to have it park here, and I'd hit a button here, and then 2 buddy bots would come up and start grabbing from it and take it up there or dump it over here. That was my hope. It did not work that way. I think that's enough to start. Do the copper over here. And home. Accidentally made that. Boom. Take all the lithium. I won't do the lithium up here. Now, if the ore would not roll so badly when on a conveyor, this totally would have worked. I could absolutely have a full transport system to the top and just dump the inside bots and have it be nothing but like, all right, here's 2 bots that bring them up here to 2 different storage chests, and then here's... What are you doing? I need to start his loop again. And I could just have 4 bots on the top dumping from them to speed it up more. I mean, there'd be so many options there to boost that up. I could just have a ton of stuff going. Look at that. I still ran out of room. There. That's all that production. You're the weird one that watches, yes. Yes, you are. I cannot send you 250 gig storage for it, no. Jason will be back in a few. Yeah, floating on your back for 4 hours and paddling around, I guess would count as light swimming, not substantial swimming. Oh, let's see. All right, come on. Daytime. Almost. Not quite. We're gonna do. Let's say I gotta get that in the daytime. I gotta get that one in daytime. And we gotta get that in daytime with a bot in it at the right moment so I can snap that screenshot before the bot's destroyed. That's gonna be the fun one. I'm gonna go ahead and go select this stuff. So this will be ready as soon as daytime comes. So we'll do auto fuel depot. I'm using auto in all of the names. Buddy bot, storage bots, buddy bot, that one, and that one, that one, and that one. Like that. I think that got it all. Definitely lags up as it's highlighting everything. You can see it stutters a lot more. Placement point is going to be that. So something with the highlighting is not working out quite so well on it. It seems to be giving some performance issues. So hopefully that will be tweaked the next time. Oh, you know, I did not get that too. There we go. So let's see. We got the refinery, the jack, 2 storage boxes, 3 storage boxes, the 2 buddy bots, 2 drop-off points, a button, 2 solar panels, power pole, and a number input. Almost missed the number input. We'll take a little bit out. So it'll have a reason to start and run, so I can have a nice screenshot for that with it in use. That's a very well balanced circuit board right there. Almost ashamed to pick it up. That's enough. It gives me 2 more, I think. Yeah, we got room in there. Good that. Jenny is doing laundry. Well, that's fine. That's understandable. You send me the model of the laptop and send an Amazon link for the storage you need. I mean, yeah, I could probably do that. I'm not going to send you the storage. Okay. Might have enough daylight for a good picture. Well, actually, let's make sure no power still. So it should kick on any moment. I was hoping to get them stuck on the pump jack, but that didn't work. This is not as glamorous as my previous one where it would just automatically pick up in the next day. But, you know, in this case, I'm not really burning through gas quite as much as I was on that last game save. I'm not running pyrotechnics that I have to do. Oh, that would be one. I should go into the other game save and add my, the pyrotechnics platform set up there. Be like, just place it down with this. Hopefully it's going to stay upright. And, yeah, pyrotechnics on the whole platform just lure the bots up to get stuck. And you have a, you know, looks like a Rammstein show. Oh, wait. Is that? There we go. So we're going to get this. Capture. Like that. Yeah, there we go. And I'll wait about uploading it for a second so we can have time to type it. We'll go get this one over here. I am loving this tool, by the way. If you hadn't noticed, I'm actually loving this. This actually has worked out very well for creating stuff. Auto... And we're going to add this, 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 and this. Yeah. That's right. Spawn point is going to be based off this because we got to have it on the deposit. Probably will make that a little bit easier on somebody. There we go, like that. Create, boom, done. A whole bunch of bots coming towards me. And if you hadn't noticed, I've got this here. I was actually going to use this for some building tests. Like placing platforms off of this to kind of build a floating base. But then the update dropped and the S-bots mentioned that we're going to get a new map soon. So, not using this. But basically, all I did was I attached the, you know, stairs together. And they will go up them. So that's not the best option to use to create a big base in the sky where you just walk up the steps, because they could find their way up the steps. Alright, just wait for them to get over here. Is that all of them? Oh, almost got him. He's smoking. He got hurt a little bit. Okay, now... because I will need... Oh, no. I've got a bot. I got two bots. But it didn't give me time to select stuff. Oh, we got a big bot over there. He must have got dropped off when I was out that way and got stuck or something, because he doesn't seem to be coming over here as readily. Yeah, he seems to be... Oh, maybe he just got dropped off there when I was, like, there, and it triggered. Oh, see, it worked. Oh, another one snuck up behind me. Still haven't fixed the, the weirdness when you get stuck on the stairs trying to walk up when bots are around. Say, let's see, robot. Robot rake torture rack. That's a good term for it, right? You have 8 gigs of RAM, and you got a 256 gig NVMe SSD. Then yeah, you just want to go and, I mean, look at whatever model it's in it, and then upgrade to a bigger size. You don't need a specific, you know, brand, as long, especially not if you watch it. Don't get one of the newest ones, because some of the new ones, they're actually cutting on the lower priced ones. You're actually going to lose some speed value because of the way they're swapping out some parts because of shortages right now and trying to get a little cheaper. Some of the cheaper ones are like even the NVMe drives. Some of the newer cheap ones are going to be as slow as a standard SSD in that frame. So like you want to go for like a Western Digital Black or something like that, one of the higher end ones, to make sure you get the good speed for it. I personally go more like the Seagate on drives, on internal drives, when I can. But you know, any of the recognizable brands, I would stay away from anything like ADATA. I have seen too many problems with ADATAs that just, besides failing very quickly, can also give incorrect readings, like their temperature sensors don't work right. So suddenly they'll just jump up, say it's 99 degrees Celsius on the dot, and it'll stay that way for a few minutes, then drop down. So I would not go with like an ADATA. Is that all of them? Okay, come on. That's one incoming, I think. Of course, now I actually want a bot, so I get him stuck in that and take a picture. I might try to get, like, I wonder if I get the picture timed right as it's going to smack into him. Like, when the rakes are closing in on him. That would be a really good picture. You see it. The bot is not destroyed yet, but the rakes are, like, almost about to hit it. So I got that one. That's just the basic one. Don't worry about that. Be done anywhere. I've got a bot. Oh, I hit him. I saw it. I heard it. I hit him. Time to get over here and get ready. So yeah, I'll get him coming up here. I'm going to hit click to capture, so I don't get ambushed. Oh, we got the little guy too coming in. It's a scout group. Oh, I did get the other one. Okay, well, you know, main thing is to show that. So we got the torture rack, the torture rake torture device. There we go. Something like that is what I called it. If we don't get a funnel, at some point I will create like a funnel type thing for that. I'll make it where you can just stack off of, like, just place it against the wall at the right spot, and then boom, have a built-in funnel for dumping a lot of stuff in. I don't think I've seen anybody use that yet. Yep, there we go. Yeah, depending on your model on the laptop too, Xbox, it could be a case that you might have it soldered on the board. I mean, it's not likely, but it is possible that it's soldered on the board. And if that's a soldered on NVMe, which is not likely, again, because they tend to not do the big ones like that. It's usually like the 64 gig eMMC style ones. Those, you know, soldered right on the board, you're not going to be changing that. You're pretty much at that point stuck with it. Alright, another attack coming, so I'll just, so we got that one. Got him. We got another one coming from there. I don't see it, but there could always be a attack coming from the far one. We'll just wait here for a moment. Let's see. We're going to upload. Yeah. There we go. I think that's a good description right there. Yeah, there's a cover on the back. You know, it depends on how many covers. Some of them will slide the whole thing off. Other ones you'll have it where it's actually just, you know, a single cover over that one panel. So it's just, there's different variations. Oh, great, another one. I would have waited. We'll do the fuel depot. I can type. There. I filled in that description. Yeah, just pop out the cover and look and see exactly what kind of drive it is. It should have a label on it, you know, to show, you know, brand and model. And you just, you know, preferably want to go for the next one up from there. But it might also be a case, it depends on what you're saving on there. You know, if you're saving a lot of pictures and such, it might be worth it to do some kind of cloud storage for that instead, where you can just have it like Dropbox or Google Drive. The paid plans will sync as needed. So it's not like you can set it for offline access, but you can also set it where it just syncs. Like it shows it there, but you double click and then it downloads it and streams it basically to your system. And that's all you have to do. You don't have to worry about actually having it stored on there. But, you know, that's a monthly subscription too. So if you don't want to do that, then yeah, larger drive. But also, again, goes back to what are you storing? If you're just storing a lot of pictures, is there a way to put those on like an external drive instead? Like, I mean, I've only got a 512 gig in, or actually, no, mine's a 480 gig in this system for my OS and games, and I've always just managed it and never had to upgrade yet. So it really comes down to if you can manage your storage better, you don't have to upgrade. And NVMe is already going to be fast, so unless you got like a low class NVMe drive, you're not going to really see much of a speed increase. Again, unless you got a lower class drive, which is always a possibility. You know, it depends on the laptop. And I have not looked at your specs, so I don't know. And it may not say on the spec specifically. That's still good. Still hoping we get a BuddyBot option to automatically load fuel into furnaces and such as that, because that would be cool. I mean, that and having like a BuddyBot that would automatically, like when I redock the car, I drive up and dock, it automatically fills it in, you know, with fuel based on the fuel level. Or if it's like, you know, maybe just have it automatically do it. It'd be great to be able to have a way to have it check fuel level from furnaces and similar. Like, oh, the furnace is at 60% fuel. Well, it's not time to fill it up yet. Oh, it's at 40% fuel. Okay, fill it up. You know, have that sort of thing would be really good to tie in with that as well. Let's see. Defenses. I'm still not using anywhere close to all the stuff I have. I think we'll try these. We'll go with something simpler. I do want to build like a more complicated vehicle at some point, but I'm hoping we still get like an actual vehicle for that explicit purpose. That's, you know, I want to move it back. I'll do it like that. Oh, come on, a little bit more fine-tuned. Ah! Can only tap so quickly on the keyboard. Fine. So we want to link to this. So on horn honked, I don't think I need to actually like do this. Like this should be. I mean, maybe this would be a good one to upload just to say, here's a very simple design that makes it easier for some people to, you know, grasp. But I still feel we need a better, like, the speeder is good, but we need a full-fledged vehicle. Oh, we got attack. Big boy attack. At least go ahead and say, I am having fun with this creation tool. And I'm now starting to run out of ideas without setting up a brand new base. Still got to upload one more. Ballistics boy, thanks for joining in. It's going all right. How are you? Can you get away with losing some screws when you do this? Preferably don't lose the screws. I mean, a bowl or something like that. Just set it to the side, put them in the bowl. If you don't, you know, if you're not going to do this on a regular basis, don't go buy something for it. Just get something simple that you can throw the screws into. And yeah, preferably try not to lose the screws. It's better if you don't. Let's see. Is it what this already started? 212 items so far today. I just love how active this produces, like how far this goes, and yet it's still you know, it's not one that's just going to run when there's nothing in it. Of course, for the most part, I'm keeping it pretty well filled. I'm going to look on... Well, no, that did not do it. Let's go to... I can still, I guess, get to the workshop from here, but let's do... I'm going to look at the workshop for a second while that kind of starts coming in. So there's already a segment. There's code blueprints, which is what we were doing before, and then there's creations, which is what the new tool does. And you're going to see quite a few of mine on there already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already on there today. So we've got, you know... Like here's somebody that did one with sand drills. Sort of like mine, they kind of clustered the drills in closer. So it'll mine 2 glass at a time. Coded for efficiency. Here's an interesting one. Advanced solar car. Davis software. You know, let's just subscribe to that. I want a new car to kind of play with anyway, so we'll do that. And let's refresh. Pulls it down. So we don't have to do anything about, like, I don't have to close the game and have it re-download stuff. It'll do it right then, which is fantastic. That is something I remember I used to do in Empyrean. You had to close the game out for it to pick up a new download. So, you know, we'll just put the car over here. I got a solar car as the kind of blocking my view a little bit, so that could be fixed. You know, move the browse creations, or have the browse creations up a little higher and move the actual creations down below. So obviously we need a speeder, we need electric motor, 4 power nodes. All right, let's start with that. Make sure, you know, I got too much stuff, so we got that. I haven't really used the electric motor before. There's 4 power nodes. And of course I need screws. Good thing I've got a lot of screws being produced. Okay. So there's, yeah, speeder, the motor, 4 power nodes. And see, it shows there. It's not showing here green now for some reason. Like on mine, it'll show green if I have it in storage, or it was doing that. I don't have anything in there. So 2 solar panels, full-size panels, a small screen, a light. I'll get out of that. 2 small screen and is it a light? Okay, yeah, it said light, not light box. Industrial alarm and a digital clock. So the clock. And I'm just gonna trust this. Alarm. Oh! I trusted it, and it failed me. Got him. Okay. So we'll go back to here. We're gonna go. It still doesn't say I have it. So that definitely needs to be adjusted. All right, so we just... First one I downloaded from the workshop that I've loaded in. Emergency battery power. So it's got the timer, I guess, to tell us, you know, day versus night. So a minute past, check if it has sunlight. Both values true. Set this. Okay, that could have been done better. You know, if it has sunlight, that really should be a branch. Yes, it has sunlight. And no, it has this. You know, that could have been done just very simply. I mean, that is simple, but it's not really I would say the best way to do it. It's not the way you should do it. Headlights turned on, the light's on. Headlights turned off, the light's turned off. So it's not talking about headlights, it's talking about the, I guess that's the, yeah, front light there. And then we have the solar panels, which, 1 solar panel is connected. Not both, just 1, because 1 is all you need. And we have the alarm. What does the alarm do? The alarm's not even connected to anything. So it's got an alarm, but there's no, like, nothing that's connected to. Okay, well, we'll wait for daytime and see this kick on. I'm not going to throw a battery in there. I want to see it actually work with daylight. I'll stack a few things. Oh, look, guys, I should get low on batteries. It's good to have a place where I can just quickly come and restock a few things. Too many circuit boards. Oh, we got an attack coming. See it. So yeah, I love the fact you could just tell it to open up Steam overlay, goes right into a workshop. You could click to subscribe to something and then hit refresh. It shows up without exiting the game. Browse creation needs to be like right up here. It needs to be more compact, and then the creations actually show below that. Also, it's not picking up that I had any of the items in my inventory. So the fact that it shows green on mine that I create versus the ones that I get from the workshop could be fixed where they do both. So it's like, oh, you have these things, you just need to make this, would be ideal. But really, that's the only major problems I'm seeing with it so far on that. That's really the only thing the creation tool is missing right now, is the fact that, you know, it's not working as well with the stuff you download. And we're going to see how this works in the end. Oh, I left my headlights on. Can I have it set where when the car is off, turn off the lights? No, there's no like car is on, car is off type of thing for it. Alright, well, waiting on daytime, I guess. So, yeah. Timmy! Wake up. Lynn! Konnichiwa. Thanks for joining in. Yes, Xbox, it would help if you know your left versus your right. Do I like this game or No Place Like Home better? I like No Place Like Home for the relaxation aspect. Like, I mean, it's, you know, Stardew Valley in 3D. You know, I mean, there's combat, but it's not really difficult combat. Granted, you know, with this, you're not having to fight with guns and melee weapons all the time. Once you get defenses set up, you're pretty well done. So the combat in this is not really that big of a deal either. But I definitely like this game better. This is one that I find myself drawn more to because of the whole customizing element of the creating your own designs, your own implementations and stuff. Like, yeah, somebody else may have a similar mining setup to one I've done, but it works for them. If I download it, it might not work for me. So the fact that I could create my own custom ones and now save them, share them out, but most importantly, be able to save them and reuse them very quickly, you know, like that. I did one earlier, you know, lithium. You have everything in your inventory, you plop it down, you're done. Before, I had to connect everything back up and then pull up a screenshot, look at it because it didn't automatically pull everything correctly when I applied the code blueprint. The creation tool definitely helps with this, and I like this game better because it has that workshop integration now and that customizing to it. Where would the storage be? I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to get the panel off Xbox. I mean, if it's a panel, like a small panel, it should just unscrew and then have a little pop out. Otherwise, it sounds like you're opening the whole back panel of it. Timmy, are you gonna do anything? You already ate your chew stick. Look here, give you put a treat right here for you. You gonna get no? All right. All right. He'll eat it if I put it right in front of him. He's tired. He played hard this morning. It was not a very, you know, slow morning for him. He played really hard. He got super heated up. He was panting like crazy. His ears were burning hot. He's got to rest. He's got to relax for a bit. And I'm just waiting for daytime. Come on. I don't like doing the sleep thing if I can avoid it, because I'd rather be able to let other stuff happen while the night passes, especially in this case where it's not like, I mean, I'm a robot. I shouldn't need to sleep. Danny? You know what? Okay. Lay your head down. Look, here. No treat. Why don't you like these? That's salmon. You like salmon. Alright, fine. Would I go back to Satisfactory? I mean, if Satisfactory had been on Steam to begin with workshop support, I'd probably still be playing Satisfactory. But they added it. They had it on Epic exclusive. Then it went to Steam. So I've already bought it on Epic. I don't want to buy it again on Steam separate. And they haven't added a workshop for it yet that I've seen. So, I mean, no. I went back to Satisfactory just on my own time a couple months ago. And I got further than I had in the past with it. But I still got to a point where I was like, this is just not fun anymore. This is no longer enjoyable. It's just tedious. And I stopped playing for a few days and I haven't gone back. Yeah, Xbox is trying to see about upgrading his SSD, his NVMe. Timmy? Sad face, Timmy. I don't know why you're sad. You played a lot. Look. Tired face, Timmy. That's it. That's a sleepy face, Timmy. His eyes are just going slowly closed. Yes. One more. He's just gonna go to sleep right here on stream. Yep. No, he's just like, I'm tired. Leave me alone. So it's almost morning. We're gonna play with the electric car from the workshop. Zompiercer. I know that's been mentioned and I've looked at that one. It's just still not one that has immediately grabbed me as like jumping on it. There's a couple of them coming soon. Or one you could get now. I'm waiting on the key from the dev. They said they were going to send me a key. Haven't sent me the key yet. And then there's another one that is not even available yet, but the dev has already approached me about doing some content for it and offered me a key. And I'm waiting on both of those. And those definitely are like, you know, I had not seen them, had not heard about them, but as soon as I watched like their little promo stuff and looked at their pictures, I was like, these are games for me. So I've got 2 new ones I'm waiting on keys to show up for to start doing some stuff. And I think those are going to be like, just from the looks of it, they look like they're going to be amazing games. But they're just not, I don't have them yet. I got an attack coming. It almost looks like an attack coming. Like there's a bot, or actually 2 bots it looks like. And there's a bot. And there's a bot, and those are coming pretty much in this direction. Like they're making a beeline for my base. Alright, come on. What if I just hide in the car? Just hide in there. You can't get me. Daylight's not coming soon enough. Oh, no, 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 no. I fell trying to jump my way up the steps. Dog took your blanket and is sleeping. Oh. Prevent you from sending a message with just swear words. Well, when you send it, I will promptly delete it. How about that? Or how about you just don't do it? Just go swear somewhere where your parents won't hear you. So you don't get in trouble. I'm not giving you permission to swear. I'm just saying if you're going to do it where you won't get in trouble for it. All right, saving, and we're almost there to daytime. So that's interesting. The electric engine actually has a power connector on it, so you can power it from your like normal power. I'm surprised by that, actually. From the description, it always just sounded like it had just the battery power. All right, so we're on solar power. Let's see, I'm using high power, but you know I'm going, and it's quiet. No engine sound to it, but there's still a thruster. Okay, so that didn't make a difference. So we do have a light with it. The light on the front and the built-in light on the top. So I guess, you know, the light on the front is not enough, or you just wanted a little bit more of an effect to it. Would be good to have, like, the storage boxes on it, I would say. You know, it's powered. So, like, you don't have to worry about fuel for it. But having, like, storage boxes would mean also you have room to pick up stuff. I'm still wanting to see a way to move storage boxes between objects with items in them. Like, you pick it up, but you can't carry it in inventory. Oh, wow. I have run out of power. I ran through it. And ran out of power right as I was getting to the edge and picked back up. Alright, and then it auto switches still to solar, which is good. So even if you do have batteries, it's not going to just keep draining batteries. They are not working right. It feels weird actually driving this because I don't hear the sound, and I'm so used to that sound of the engine of like a jet for propulsion sound, and I'm not hearing that. Be great to have small rechargeable batteries, like have the regular battery, but have like a rechargeable one you could put in that could be taken out. That you could plug it in and it could charge up the extra power. So that's consuming 40 sitting still. And I can't, you know, look at it to see how much it uses at full speed. Nope, didn't reset anything. Oh, man. Oh, another one launching. This is going to be a good attack. Okay. So, I'm here. We're going to do another lithium one here just because. The solar panel. 2 small screens. I need the counter and the drill and then the storage box. And so I'm just going to go here. I'm going to go creation menu. I'm going to go my creations and auto timed lithium miner. See, it shows green on mine. Well, I don't have any of that right now, but it didn't do that. It did the same thing earlier. It didn't show anything was green, but on my stuff, it shows as green. Let's actually, ooh, yeah, rotate works. Oh, no, it did not. It rotated to a different item. So just have to do it like this. Boom. All right, it's going. How quick and easy that was. Yeah, this is going to really help the game, I think. I think we're going to see a lot more people starting to get into it because it's going to be more accessible. And oh, look, that right there. That dropship is stuck. I think there's something wrong with that section of the map. So maybe that might be why we're getting a new map soon. Besides the expansion, you know, new areas. Oh, you see what's happening? 2 attacks coming from over here. It looks like they launched pretty much the same time, and then they're going that way. They're trying to ambush me. I was going to go one way, but they're coming up that way. And then you got the bots being, yeah, there's some being dropped over there. And there's some that are getting dropped over here. They were ambushing me. They were going to try and make it where I couldn't get through. Both directions. Not a very good ambush, but it looked like they actually were trying to ambush me. Oh, yeah. Just would not be the same auto smelter thing I had going here before with my base, but yeah, I could build, you know, more of those lithium setups there and just, you know, it's all matter. They're all set. They'll run on their own, and then I come back, empty out the box. Yes, there's no auto furnace. Because let's face it, you cannot auto-refill the furnace right now, which is the main drawback to that kind of stuff. If it's something remote you're not going to all the time, you're going to run out of fuel, and you got to make sure it's set to shut down. I'd rather have it just keep going, and then collect it, bring it back to a spot where I'm going to stay, where I can actively manage the furnace. And it's just like, yeah, I'm here looking at the furnace. I see it's empty. I can refill it. You know, like I've got here this big super furnace set up. It's producing like 300 items a day, and I could probably crank it up a little bit more and still be fine. I'm gonna put this here. There we go. And I think this is also eventually, as we get some better elements in the game, like we need better conveyors. We need conveyors that can split things off intelligently, like you can designate an item. Like kind of like it's Satisfactory how it's done. I think you'll see more and more complicated stuff happening within the game. More and more complicated setups being uploaded to the workshop. But right now, there's still just some limitations on it. Sanchez, no, you do not need to time out S-bots. Yes, he has been told not to send a pure swearing message. He's, you know, told him not to do it. I guess I could get away with putting out the catapult system. It's just kind of one of those, like, fun to do things. Kind of like, that's fun. It's not really super practical. Oh, I actually got a small bot. He actually hung around long enough to get zapped. So I see the long train of bots coming there. So I want to see how this works. How many I get. If Jenny was mod, Jason would be silenced most of the stream. Oh, I don't think it'd be that case. I don't think she silenced you that much. Permission to post a link. I don't think it's gonna give you, like, I mean, it's not even gonna allow permission. I don't even get a thing that says, you know, somebody posted this and lets me do that. It's just flat out, you know, it's just a case of I have to post the link or a mod has to post the link. But here, I'll send one. It might be the same one. And I'll post this one and see if that helps you Xbots. Oh yeah, here we go. Finally. All the bots coming in to play. So I counted 15 in the group that came from far away. And there's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, 24 now. Down one bot. One of them got attacked by the rape torture trap. It's a circle pit. Again, they like the circle pits. That's why I did the Rammstein base thing, because they like doing mosh pits. That all? Yeah, that's all of that group. So here we go. Yeah, we're gonna get. Boom! Boom! Ah, satisfying. that was a good one. That was good. All right, I'm gonna try something new. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, look at that. Reliving it right there. Oh man, that was such a good explosive end right there. So many bots died to bring you this entertainment. That's done. Yep. Another bot. And I think we got fresh attacks coming in too. I can't even walk on here without jumping because there's so many bots. Surprisingly little number of missed drops. I got the small bot chassis. Yeah, I want to set up some kind of floating base in a new game save where I don't have to worry about them, like, reaching a certain spot underneath where they destroy like my crates or something that I used to get up. I want to have it where it's just they get there, they can't destroy anything, and I just, you know, oh hey, there's bots down below. Let's walk over here and I'll destroy them real quick. There we go. Put the flowers in. They're going back. Okay, so no new attacks. You know, I really would like, I mean, with this, because of how I stand above it, I need to kind of lead them. But I would like a way to have it where, with the new, like, floating in air type of base, it's not a matter of like having to be at a certain spot at for a certain time to get them lured in. I want to have it where instead there's multiple traps all around the ground that as they trigger them, you know, they get destroyed, and have maybe some kind of vacuum group that can pick things up and through conveyors or maybe through vacuum tubing, if, you know, Dev will add that as I've suggested. We can have some kind of vacuum tubing that goes between vacuums and certain drop-off points. You could have a whole cluster of vacuums and traps that basically no matter where you stand above it, they come in, they get destroyed, it gets siphoned up to you. And, you know, you're not having to worry about, like I'm doing, standing in one spot to collect enemy drops. No, I've actually got, I know we'll get... We'll take some of this so I can kind of go over, like, again, now back to this part, the conveyors. If I throw an empty liquid container down here like that, see, it goes up fine. It's not a problem. If it falls over like that, it's going to roll a bit. And see, it gets stuck. And that's pretty much what happens with the ore all the time. I throw some ore on there, and because of that angle, it just sits there and rolls. It doesn't get to a point where it stops moving and gets lifted up. So I am open to suggestions on a lifting mechanism beyond trying to do what I did before with, you know, a half dozen vacuums and conveyors to roll it to another end, just going like that. I really don't want to do the vacuums for that. You need a timeout to cool off? Well, then go timeout. Just don't type swearing in the chat. Just go do something else for a moment. Step away from the keyboard. So yes, I have tried so many different ways to come up with a way to set up an item elevator to go from way down below to way up top, and I wanted to try to create something consistent. Like this is a consistent angle, but you put certain things on it, it's not going to raise them up. It's going to raise some things up if they land right, but other things will sit there and just roll or flip, and it won't transport them. We can find a way to do that until we get an official way to do it. Then I can build like a nice little way to transport stuff. Like I want to have a drop-off point, a central drop-off point for every buddy bot kind of thing. And what I would like to see is, actually I've thought about this for the game. So Dev, if you see this, you know, take these ideas. I'm fine with that. What about a buddy bot 2.0 that is a bigger bot, and or instead of buddy bot 2.0, call it a cargo bot? And what it has is its own internal storage. So instead of taking one item on an arm and going to another spot, it has its own storage inside, half the size of a storage box, but it goes to a storage box and basically extracts stuff out of the storage box, much like a vacuum type effect. So it's not instant. It's like you see the items start going out of the box. And then when it dumps into a box, it has to do it through a drop-off point. But it can actually go and do, it has like a different drop-off point that's a little faster. And with that, it could drop off onto conveyors, but would not overflow the conveyor. So you could have, I could have a spot here where it's a drop-off point for a cargo bot that goes to, like, okay, you know, it goes over here to a lithium spot. And when its storage is full, it just keeps sitting there pulling, you know, off the power from that. And have it where it can have power plus the batteries. Or maybe a rechargeable, have the bots be rechargeable. But it basically, it sits at a lithium spot. When its storage is full, it's programmed, leave from there, come to the drop-off point, drop everything off, and then go back. And each spot, it connects to power and gets recharged. Or it recharges when it goes back to the mining site. And then when it drops it off, I just have to worry then about collecting stuff and bringing it up. Which, with the right setup, conveyor, vacuum tube, whatever, I could bring everything up from one drop-off point up here, or multiple drop-off points from multiple cargo bots. That they just keep dropping stuff off automatically, and you have this automatic shipping type setup. So I definitely think we need some kind of BuddyBot 2.0, version 2, cargo bot, something like that, that can transport larger amounts of material than just one item, and has a way to has internal batteries that can be recharged, so it can go greater distances on its own without being tethered and without requiring you to maintain the batteries in it, so it doesn't run out of battery power in the middle of the desert. The update that we're doing right now just dropped for this game. So the creation update is available right now, which is what we're doing. We're playing its normal channel through Steam. I'm not on like a beta channel or anything. So this is the normal creation, you know, update that just released for the game. And again, you go in, you get the build the creation tool, which is very cheap, and you can start creating your own things. You can start pulling stuff from the workshop. You know, I went on earlier, I pulled this solar car by browsing the workshop creation, which is kind of, you know, overlapping right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And, you know, you could create your own. If you want to just be able to save one but not go to the workshop, you can save it and just keep it. Like, I still haven't uploaded this one, actually. So I could still go and deploy it, and it tells you what you have and what you need for it. So that's the big thing about the new update on this Ballistics Boy. It did break something, but somehow your laptop still works. Well, that's good. You know, you want your laptop to work despite you managing to lose screws and break something. All right, while they get here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. There we go. Oh, the new map? No, I don't know when that's going out. Xbox is the one that actually mentioned the new map is supposed to be coming for this. So I don't know a date on that. I haven't been trying to follow it that closely. That's just, Xbox says supposedly that's the next update, is we're going to have a new map that's supposed to make everybody start over because of the new map. I figured it would just be an expansion on the area where it says new, area coming soon, or coming later. But I guess maybe now it's like, oh, well, with the drop ships having problems in certain spots, maybe it's a case of I better put in a brand new map to adjust some of these areas where the drop ship's having problems. That's not finished yet. That's, oh, 25. I better check this, make sure it's working quite right. It looks like it's about to start again. I don't know what's going on with that. That might have just been a glitch from earlier. I'm just going to take this out. So I'm not using this now, as I was going to. Such fun. Just watch them get strung up for a moment and then smack. Ah. Yeah, I don't think I need that much storage for stuff like that at the next big base. There might be a few broken cups, tables, no, you could do less than that. I mean, yeah, Ballista, it could be easier to fix the problem with the drop points on the existing map than coding a new one, but it might also be a case of just a decision by the dev to start making a new map because they've got some new ideas for terrain. Some players may have said, hey, you should have an area like this or something like that. It may be an attempt to rebalance some things to try and provide a better mix of places. Like, there's plenty of oil places and water places, but they're not always right next to an iron spot. And iron would be what you need to make the empty containers. If I had an oil spot, and it would be very specific to a certain oil and iron spot. You'd have to line them both up the right way. But with the right setup, you could set, for one place, an oil production along with an iron production nearby and basically have it be non-stop reciprocal, because you'd have to have a way to split some of the iron production off for the iron ingots as well, or the steel ingots. With the right setup, you could actually do a solar-powered configuration for oil or fuel production, iron production. It all comes down to proximity. Like, there's a nice iron spot, and there's an oil spot. But you're talking about building all the way across there, or having a buddy bot that goes from one point to the other. And he is after me. And they're coming after me. Oh, they're going to damage the boxes, aren't they? There we go. Done. Oh, you know, I just remembered another one I forgot that I need to actually redo on the... Oh, that was a spare. I don't know how I got a spare, like, one piece of ore. I've been noticing, like, in some places I'll end up with, like, an errant piece of one ore or one sand. Like, something, I guess, when the game saved or game loaded, it, like, duplicated something. Alright, let's see. We're going to clear some stuff out. Why are you, so many of you wandering up on me right now? I was trying to work. And you don't want to let me. So we'll take these. I've got more than enough on things. Even that's more than enough. We'll take that. So I've got this. Dump all this in. I'm going to do a new creation. What is this called again? Oh, no. What the? Oh, for a second, it wouldn't let me do anything. Like, nothing else worked. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, it just suddenly stopped to let me move or do anything. Wrong tool. Alright, so the incinerator, that. And then you just gotta worry about power for the bot. That's it. Oh, no. Keep falling off the edge of the steps trying to jump in because of getting stuck on the stairs as the bots are in place. You're going to hire somebody to put SSD in your PC. You don't have to hire somebody. I mean, just go, local repair shop. Just buy the SSD yourself and take it to them. That way, you're not relying on what they have in stock. Unless you know somebody well enough, say, hey, do you know computers? Install this for me. As somebody local, don't ask me because I'm not about to try and fly out there or drive out to you to do it. Alright, so auto incinerators, got to drop from the incinerator point. We got conveyor, storage, buddy bot, drop. Yeah. I think that's all of them. Oh, no, one of them decided to stick around over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a... Yep, there we go. I'll create it, and now it's in mine. I have not uploaded it yet, so we're going to wait about uploading. Yeah, there it goes. Just keeps taking stuff out of there until the fuel runs out, or until it runs out of stuff. Because too many circuit boards. could ship the stuff to me. I mean, if you want to try and package things up like that, especially if it was like a desktop with a graphics card, so the graphics card doesn't wobble in transport, or the drive's wobbling in transport, yeah, sure, but I wouldn't do that. Because, I mean, most of the time, if you're going to buy like a custom built PC for somewhere and have it shipped in, you know, they're going to package it where like the graphics card is secured even inside the PC, because if they don't, it could wobble too much in the PCI slot, could damage the board, could damage the PCI slot, could do quite a bit to mess things up on the new system, and you have to ship it back for them to fix under warranty. So yeah, shipping a whole desktop, you got to really worry about making sure everything is secure. It's not just putting in a box with some foam on the outside and done. You got to actually make sure that internal components are secured to a certain degree. No, I would not say ship it out to me. Trying to think if I want to test this with that. So far, I've done stuff that's easy to place. That was a bit of a pain to place because of how I had to place everything to get it to line up. That probably would be something I would have to actually include in a full structure to make this placeable, because I had to place the regular one here, place another one on top of it, and then take this one out and use the floating one to place something here, to get the double door set up on this. I feel like I need to actually just extend this whole thing out and have two parking bays. So I can redo that. That's not that complicated. Kind of thinking I want to do that. Like, I want to extend this out more so I have a larger area to jump and land on, even though I would have to actually move that over. And I could do that too. Gotta look them right in the I-beam. I mean, yeah, if I extend this out a bit more, I could build a pair of these for two different vehicles. And I would just have to go, okay, ramp here, lined up kind of with that, and then the fence on the end, because I need that tiny bit of extension just to get a little bit taller to make it where I could reach the top. I mean, I could probably do it with stairs, but let's face it, stairs are kind of iffy at times. Oh, wait, I did find a fix. I just remembered it. I took it down because it wasn't working any differently for the conveyor aspect of it. I did find a fix for the stairs issue, whereas you're walking up, if there's bots nearby, like this, like I'm stuck. It's not that I am in the way of anything, something blocking me. It's just I'm getting stuck. You know, and you even wiggling around, sometimes you still get stuck where it won't work. I found a fix for that. And it's actually a very simple fix. But it's not a space-saving fix. So the fix is boom, boom, and you walk up the middle. You'll never get stuck because you're walking on the middle. Absolutely. Like I'm sitting here getting stuck on the very first step, but walk up the middle, you never get stuck. So I feel we need a double step a double wide like thing for stairs as well on this. I got him. I nailed him. He's coming back. And this would work also with the conveyors. You could place the conveyors down on this. So you could actually do like a conveyor up and conveyor down and have it where you walk up the middle. But then the next platform, the turn, will get more complicated, which is no reason I didn't mess with double stairs any further. Oh. Too much iron again. See you, Jason. Jin, are you leaving? Or just Jason's leaving? Are they? They emptied it out. Okay. If it wasn't for the extra power, you know, consideration, I would actually set up another buddy bot here to actively, well, also the ordering, like they always pull from the first. So if you had iron, they got across to here, and then it had another buddy bot start putting in copper, it's going to then suddenly start going to copper. So if it would just like, if you had a way for the buddy bots to always, my door is stuck. What the? It was flipped through the fence somehow. And I have a miscount again. Something stuttered and caused a miscount. No, I saw at least. Oh no, I got more than that. Jenny and Jennifer are not leaving, just Jason. He's gonna go play the infected. That's really what he wants to do. Okay, so I see the one lithium. So I'm off. I should have... Yes, there we go. Back in sequence. The thing is, no matter what I do, whether it's tying straight to the production itself or tying to a laser tripwire to trigger it, I somehow still manage to have stuff that does not get counted because of like a save stutter or some other stutter where it's just like, nope, not counting that item. I'd like to see that fixed. I think I'm just going to go ahead and dump all this home decor stuff out for when I was experimenting. Another attack. Very few big guys getting sent in now. It's all the small bots with a very rare large bot coming in. So I'll let this attack happen. So what options do we have for a conveyor system that can move objects from ground level up without it being a problem of stuff not getting pulled correctly, like we had with the vacuum sometimes missing stuff? The conveyors, if they're angled too high or will roll, it won't work. So what other options can we think of to do that? I want to hear some people coming up with ideas on this. Because I have been scratching my head trying to find a way to make this work smoothly. I mean, I could get stuff from up top down below. That's easy. You just have it roll and fall and have a way to collect it. I can make a funnel for that if I want. It's setting it up to go from down below up top with consistency and efficiency. Not dropping items, not losing items along the way on occasion. Having something that I can have run non-stop. Because that doesn't work, it's too angled. That doesn't work, it's too angled. It works for, I mean, iron ingots or steel ingots, copper ingots, things like that. Fine, they don't roll. They'll eventually lay flat and go. Ore is the problem. Can't get ore to be moved upwards like that. What is it? You weren't listening. Again, the idea of transporting materials from ground level to a higher floor with as simple a method as possible. So you go from top down. You just drop stuff. Like I'm doing here. It goes here, he puts that in, it drops down there. I want to have a way to bring it up. And conveyors is too steep at that angle for a conveyor to work. Too bad we can't program the cars to drive to points too. Because that could be a useful thing. Have it where the car can be programmed to drive from point A to point B. Instead of a cargo bot, you have a car that drives from point A to point B. When it reaches point B, that triggers a buddy bot to empty the storage. And then when it goes back to point A, it parks and has a buddy bot start filling the storage. That could be a shipping method there. I think a cargo bot, dedicated cargo bot would be better. But that would at least give us something there. He's just like, I'm laying here. I'm just chilling. Kind of sleepy, but don't want to miss anything. Alright. He's like, don't touch my paw. Well, I won't hold your paw. Can I hold your paw? Can I hold your paw? Can I scratch your neck? There you go. Got a couple of treats. Xbox, you let the chat die. Oh, yeah. I didn't want to have to start over with this game save, but I did because of problems with the bots not deploying when they came in. And I have yet to do anything with my command wall here because of how I've got the production kind of running. But I'm thinking we start a brand new save when we get another update with a map. I'm going to I'm going to start with the basic base just to get going. But then it won't be like expand on that base. It's going to be get some production going, get things running, and then get out there, set up a new main one and done permanent base. This is going to be the base. And we'll build it up really big, really elaborate with the full thing. And I'm going to put it, the whole thing, go through and select every item one at a time to go and put it up on the workshop as a fully set up base. Just deploy it here. You're done. And let that be like the biggest, like instead of sharing the game save, it's like here, place it in your game where you want. Just place it with this. What was after the Neolithic Age? Yeah, Bronze Age, I guess. I'm assuming Canis is right on that. He's doing all right. Let's actually take these out because I don't want to have it mixing up. And there we go. That's yay. Timmy, you're not gonna eat? I'm gonna put this one here. Put this one here. Timmy, what are you doing with that sausage treat? That's not a good look for you, Timmy. No. Bad Timmy. He is so tired. He's just like, let me sleep. All right, Timmy, you can sleep. I'll leave you alone. Okay. I feel like everybody is like just got their popcorn and watching, or nobody has an idea on how to do a better item transport. And whoa, he got stuck. He was actually really stuck. Like, oh, and now Timmy's off camera. Now he's eating that treat. What if I did like a nice cabin house design somewhere? Just say like, here it is. It's just for cosmetics. It's not meant to be, you know, you have massive production. It's just a nice place to go and relax kind of thing. I mean, a lot of wood. I don't think that many people are going to have that much wood collection going on. They're not really doing that except if they want the cosmetics. Oh, here we go. You're playing a super realistic mod pack with different ages. I'm assuming you're meaning, again, at Spots, you're playing Minecraft with the mod pack. All right, this isn't working. I'm just going to take this all out. I tried to make things fancy. And the great thing is I managed to build this without it like freaking out. All right, there we go. We got that. Window, you know, I'm just gonna toss that in the decor because that's really what I use that for, is decor. I don't use that for actual use. I mean, that would be the cheap man storage box, like, or storage crate. What is it called? The basket. Yeah, duh. Basket would be useful to place underneath, say, a that's off by 4 now. Place it underneath, say, something where it happens to have overflow on occasion. And because of that overflow, it's a catch for that overflow, but you still have to go in and manually take stuff out. You know, if I could have done it with the rake traps predictably, launching it a certain way and just dumping it out, that would have worked better. But we couldn't get that to work either. I had too many problems with that. I kept throwing it. Wasn't worth trying to make a dumping system for that. Let's wait for the dev to create something like that. So what else can we do with buddy bots? You love it so much that if we were in a nuclear winter, you would be sitting there dying of radiation to play it. I think if we were in nuclear winter, you would not have power in order to play it. You would have to be imagining yourself playing it. Like, oh yeah, I'm building this awesome fortress in Minecraft right now. And somebody lets you, that's the wall. You're staring at the wall. Come on, let's get all the bots in there. Oh, I guess that's all of them. Yo, that could be an interesting thing to do, is add a counter that resets every day to see how many items I collect through the vacuum in a day's period. Not how many times they attack, but how many items actually get picked up versus what gets left on the ground. I saw a bot, yeah, over there. I think he's going the other way. He is. He's going away. That one is over here, but he doesn't see me yet. He did not see me. A lot more roaming bots now than I've been seeing for the most part. Oh, no, 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 not that. There. Alright, fine. I'm just gonna quick grab. There we go. Now, he will be going for a while. A lot longer than it's going to take for them to get through. I can go get some other stuff from there, or I can just, I'll pull some lithium out, put it in there. Huh. All right. You have a backup generator that can last for a while, and your town will still be fine, just radiated. Well, it's not a matter of your town being fine. It's a matter of power plants being fine. Somewhere down the line, the power plant you rely on is going to be hit, and there's not going to be enough power going around to fuel everything, so you would be using that generator. And you probably wouldn't have any internet at that point. So if you're trying to play online, you'd be out of luck too. And that's short by 2 items again, at least. They can't get, nope, he just narrowly missed it. Yeah, after that many nukes at spots, there wouldn't be much left, and you still would be, internet infrastructure would be damaged. You know, the major power plants would be down, because they would go for that kind of stuff. They would go for our infrastructure, not just population centers. They'd go for infrastructure locations. Well, since this does not work, and I've shown that it doesn't work, I'll take those out. Yeah, I would love to see a better, either an implementation of some other option like vacuum tubing to get items from vacuums out to like a dispenser type thing, so that it makes it easier to transport items upwards, or make it where the conveyors actually can have some kind of grip or texturing to move items in a vertical way, so stuff just doesn't keep rolling endlessly back on it. And what I'd like to do with the next base is build, besides a floating base, I would like the lowest level to be a parking deck for vehicles, for multiple ones, and have it where there's some kind of, like when I'm getting ready to go out on a vehicle, I come to the drop bay, the cargo, the hangar bay doors, and I have like a button I hit and then get back in the car and it drops me and I'm done. But when I come back in, I'd have a ramp that I jump off of to land in through an opening. And when I park, I'd have a parking spot for each vehicle, and certain ones like this one collecting supplies, I want to be able to have the buddy bots hit a button, automatically pull stuff out, and it hits a conveyor system that transports it up to the refining room where everything gets processed there. So I don't go out and grab supplies necessarily and come in and dump them in. I have buddy bots that will pull stuff from the vehicle and dump them in for me to a system that would then transport them up, much like this, right into a furnace to be processed, and then the furnace would dump into a storage box, and then have the buddy bots able to actually track down or, you know, select certain items. So you have a buddy bot that's just for iron, a buddy bot that is just for copper, and just for lithium. Have that distinction where they can tell what an item is and transport it to the right spot. You know, maybe instead of it being like a body bot for each type, you have one buddy bot and he comes over here and says, oh wait, I got iron, and go to this box, you know, kind of thing. And oh wait, I've got, yeah, I gotta dump stuff in here. Ooh, look at that. Just enough. I am actually about to be out of space on my copper now, unless I build another box. So I may just let my my mining sites go until they run out of room and just leave them. Now, I have a little bit too much in the way of supplies. Thali! Hello! Thanks for joining in. Okay, you prepare for some kind of nuclear fallout. I get that. But you still have to have long-term power supplies. You'd have to have multiple redundancies for internet access, which is not going to make a difference if the major trunks are still down. You know, you might be able to play Minecraft on your own, by yourself on your PC, but you're not going to be playing with friends. It's just not going to be an option. Unless those friends are nearby and also radiated and are able to get into the same bunker. And I need to move this out. I'm going to have to do... I'm just going to have to come up with a much bigger storage arrangement. I guess I could do something, where it would be ideal for maybe not this setup, but at a new base, I have a drop-off point. Again, if the bots could be told to filter based on a certain item, like, oh, you're getting, if it's iron, it goes here. If it's this, it goes here. Like, BuddyBot can tell what the object is it's holding. And you have, I mean, it'd be a big nested if type thing. Like, if iron, go here. If not, then go this. If copper, go here. If not, go here. If it, go this. If lithium, go here. If not lithium, then go to glass. Is it glass? Go here. If it's not glass, go here. And just have stuff like that. Everything else gets dumped into like a miscellaneous type of thing. But what you could do is I could have a storage room of just stacks of boxes. Like, let's say I do crates in like a U shape. So I would have the main crate, but I have a U shape where I walk into the middle and it's like, here's 9 boxes or even 12 boxes going that high. You have a buddy bot that is assigned to go to box 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In sequence, filling them up as iron comes in. Then what you do is have a door, or not a door, like a fence right here, a window, where I have boxes, color-coded boxes, and I come here and I take stuff out, and once I take stuff out, every hour it triggers the bot, or a certain bot, to restock those boxes. So I don't come here and say, hey, I need all this copper at one time. So I would take 2-3 stacks of copper to go build stuff, and that bot at the next hour would then trigger and pull everything. You could do something like that, but we would need the bots to be capable of recognizing an item being held. What are they holding? They need to have that function of logic or identification, something like that. If they had that, I could do a lot with the buddy bots. Hopefully we'll get something like that in the long run with this. Where can you get the FCS mods? You have to go on their Patreon and be a supporter on their Patreon right now. The mods are being developed, they're in beta, and the only way to get them officially is through being a Patreon supporter for Field Creator Studios. And I have their Patreon linked in all the Field Creator Studio mod videos that I'm doing. So you just go last one, the one from yesterday, click that link, sign into your Patreon account if you have to, and donate to get access to their downloads. And you have it. Otherwise, you gotta wait till they release them publicly outside the Patreon. I just need lights. I need lots of lights all around here, and I have not been doing enough with lighting. I'm about to move some lights around. That's what I'm going to do. I'm about to redo the lighting in this to make it look better, except for this. This works for me. I am good with this. I'll just reprogram the lights. I need more lights down here. I waited because I didn't want to waste the resources with glass at the time. But I think I'm actually going to turn that one up a little bit brighter. Because it doesn't stand out as much with the white light right there. Wish you could see the tile look on the floor or on the ceiling as well as the floor. It's hard to tell if you actually are looking straight up. I'll take. Oh, I might leave that one just for now. That's good right there. It gives some light. That helps. Yeah, the glass tiles don't actually work very well with adding lights. It's because there's, you know, it's glass right there. Oh, I'm getting some lag again. It looks nice and bright, but also might be a factor of daytime's coming. Okay, enough lights, that's extra. We'll program it all. When they'll release on Nexus, I don't know when they'll do that. They did say in a recent post that they're getting close to being done with at least the automation part of it. I don't know if that means they're not going to do anything further in the future. And I don't know if that means they're going to release it then. And I don't know if they're going to release it on Nexus mods, considering the new policies Nexus mods has enacted against creators. There's still creators who are updating their mods. There are still creators who are posting on Nexus mods right now. But there's also a lot of creators that have pulled their content from Nexus mods because of the new changes and won't be putting their stuff on Nexus mods anymore. So, you know, I don't know what Field Creator Studios is going to do on that. You know, join the Patreon, post a question to them there about that. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to tell you, yeah, we're releasing on this date, because, you know, they don't want to put themselves in a spot where they have to have it done by a certain date, but they run into problems while they're doing some of their work on it. Oh, and one copper ore got stuck to the side again. See, I need a control for all of the lights. I'm actually going to disconnect that. Okay. I'm going to link this to every single light. And you know what? No, better idea. That is going to just make it too cluttered filling. Actually, I got buttons. Yeah, let's do a not a button. Let's do. Yeah, I can do it this way. I can have it auto switch, but at the same time, I can switch it myself if I want to. So this will go and trigger all the lights on or off. All of the main visual lights, the visibility, the being able to see while inside, the base at night, will come off of this. And what I'll do is I'm going to use the timer, the clock, in addition to that, tell a certain time to turn on and off on auto. That one. And let's see, I got that one. Didn't get those. So that's good. So now, actually programming for the first time today. Switch on and switch off. This is gonna get cluttered. And because I did the switch on or switch off, I'm gonna do turn on and turn off instead of toggle. Plus, I don't want it to be a case of one light gets toggled and the other one some reason skips, and so it messes up the whole group. So we'll just do it a cluttered but more straightforward way. That's number 3. Let's do it like this. I get to Scroll down. So many lights. We'll move over. I don't want it to be like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling downwards. So we'll just do like this. And I can like link it off of the first group. I'm seeing on the turn off, apparently I'm moving so quick that it's now like lagging up on the turn off signal that I was getting, where my cursor was not where it acted like it was. We got an attack coming. Yeah, just the fact now with the creation tool, you could actually do an entire super elaborate base build. You'd have to go in and, you know, put in all the programming, everything. You'd have to select every item, be very careful selecting everything. But once you did that, somebody, you know, you share it up to the workshop, somebody's just going to sit there and be like, oh man, look at this, I'm gonna build it. And then they just have to make all the materials into their inventory, you know, and if they get it fixed where it shows correctly what's green because you have it, what's red because you don't have it, for the workshop downloaded items, I could see people posting like whole bases very readily and seeing this take off more in the direction of like how active the workshop is for, say, Empyrean. There. Why isn't that? Why did that not toggle off? I have them all marked. They're all done right. So why did that not toggle off? It's push to the switch. And I wish it would highlight which one was which. But that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there's 12. Oh, look, I got the turn on did not take there, but the turn off took. So why is that not turning off? And that's not turning off. Some of the lights are not turning off. Like the triggers are not taking effect. I forgot one light to program. Oh, that's connected. That's connected. That's connected. Those are connected. Look, those are turned off. That turned off. That one's not turning off. I don't want that one in it. I don't want these in it because these are the colored theme lights. I think that's off count again because stutters. Yep, it is. It's off by like 3. And I'm not going to worry about that because that's for something else. So I've connected all the ones I want. And I fixed that one there. So these connect. Oh, that's what I missed that one. Yeah, the color of the backgrounds and the clustering of that is not always easy to see where you miss one. Maybe a darker color gray would help. Or maybe just, you know, giving some more options on how we connect things up. All right, so that's done. Now we're going to connect that. And I'm going to still allow me to change it on or off as I want manually, but the digital clock is going to expand, and all right. We're gonna do is night and on hour past. And because of issues at times with delaying a little bit, I'm going to actually throw a delay on this. So, because sometimes it picks up so quickly that it doesn't count it as being 6 a.m. yet. So I'm going to give it a 3-second delay. And then we're going to do a branch, which is the right way to do it compared to how that car had it done. We're going to go here. If it's true, it's nighttime, which means turn the lights on, which, oh, that's not working here. Okay. So I need a trigger over here for the same thing. So we're going to take, which you could actually just take it and say move it to here. And then if true, go that. And I'm just going to do set it to always be true. And same thing here. It'll take this. Always true. So if false, it runs. That it runs. And then if true, goes here. Ah, wrong spot. I would like to see just a straight, like, not branch, but just one that's like, this is for connecting everything to it. So you can connect multiple triggers to one thing and then have that one thing trigger multiple other things. So you have this kind of middle central point that would simplify it. So instead of a branch, I would just have run. You know, just a straightforward run command. I run it there, I run that there, and it triggers all the same stuff, regardless of what input it is. So now, I can go here and do this, but at nighttime, or every hour, it will check after 3 seconds. Is it night? Yes. Turn the lights on. No. Leave the lights off. So that's fixed. How's he doing? He's still going. They're still going. That's still going. I am going to run out of room now if I don't repurpose some boxes. And how did that... You know, I bet that might be where part of the miscount came in. Because I've seen somehow some items get through there without triggering, fall down here, and bounce all the way into here. I don't know how that's happening. I think stuff is falling through the floor through some way. But I have not seen it happen. Let's see. Oh, we're coming up on 3 hours. You know what we're going to do? We are going to... I'm going to save. Real quick. You think your tail is... or your cat's tail is lagging. Why is your tail lagging? Like, you do something, and then 5 seconds later, it finally starts moving? Timmy's lagging. He's not responsive. Timmy.exe is scratching. Oh, finally saved. All right, we're going to take the little car, the solar-powered car that I pulled from the workshop. The silent speeder. We're just going to go for the end of the stream. We're just going to drive around, try to get them to do a few attack waves all together. See if I can trigger up some of those. I might go ahead, throw some more lithium spots or something like that out. Might look for a spot where I can set up a more complicated type of thing. Like, oh, there's like 2 lithiums. There's oil. Let's see. There's 2 more lithiums. This is not exactly a bad production spot here, like, all together. If that was iron, that would be fantastic. Because that's close enough to the oil, I could make that work. The problem is, some things, if you put up destructible walls, some of the bots are just going to walk, like, go right into them and destroy them, simply because they're trying to follow a path, and it's not to get to you, it's because it's in the way. So this is a good spot, like, for, I'll get over here. Iron production to here, auto smelt into a steel ingot transferred over, or goes into the auto crafter to make the empty vessels. Empty vessel gets sent over here on conveyor, where I can angle the conveyor slightly to where it maybe doesn't cause a rolling problem. Dumps into the water spot, and just endless water production. The problem there is it's only going to work in that spot. It's very specifically designed around that spot. So I would not want to make that a workshop design, because it cannot be really transplanted. It had to be done in that specific location. So maybe if we get a new map, it will be an area where there is an advantage to saying, oh yeah, oil and iron very close by makes fuel, or makes the oil, makes the empty containers. So like there's that right here, but you have the transport between them, which will work better with buddy bots, honestly, because of the distance. Have a buddy bot take an empty container over, have another one takes an empty, or takes an iron ingot over, steel ingot, and then the one that takes the gas back over. If you could do an autofill on the furnace would be able to be replenished by a buddy bot. You could technically almost create a fully independent, no maintenance fuel production location. But we're still missing some features from buddy bots for that to work. I'm just going to grab the flowers. Pick some flowers. Just, wander around trying to get some attention drawn. Oh. I don't think I damaged him, but I triggered him. I'm going up. I'm going up. That actually almost worked. Except for the auto leveling. I can do it. I can do it. I believe it. I believe I have done it. I climbed the wall with a speeder. That's a feat right there. I did it. And you saw it live. I did it. There we go. I still don't know what the horn is supposed to be for. What the alarm thing is. Oh, I'm actually like, look at that. I'm stuck on the thing. Look, it actually is stuck. Oh, there we go. It was stuck between the wing and the two rails. Your dad died of booger virus 19. You know, you're going to get us demonetized for that. It's just because you said virus and 19. That's all it takes now. And it did again. I'm stuck in between. I could build a ramp there up to that and then drive up, hit the ramp, hit that as an extension, and jump my way onto a platform. Totally could do that. Hey, that time it worked. It didn't get stuck over here. It dropped a big guy off. I heard da 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 da. Oh wow. That's what happens to all those little bots that got scared. So they went back and they're like, wait, let us in. Let us in. And nobody let them in. First 30 seconds of the video, and then you can say it afterwards. It's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure they check more than the first 30 seconds. Oh, wow, that launched very quickly right there. There's 5 of them. It's not that I need this. I'm just... Oh, and some of them I think got in. Not that I actually need them. What the? Go, 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 go. I've got battery power right now, so let me get out of the area. Whee! How bad would it be if I had done that jump and my battery ran out right then as I was jumping? So I just went into the air and just kind of flopped. I'm getting some delay now. Oh! That was almost like perfect. That really was. I think I'm getting a better top speed on the electric speeder than I'm getting with the gas speeder. And I kind of like the fact that now I know that you can use like solar power with the bike along with the battery. So I'll probably do my own variation of that setup, but something a little bit more streamlined, especially with better programming done for it. And my lights turned on. I wasn't here to see it, but they turned on. And I have way more buddy bots now than I've ever had at a single point in the game. Or buddy bot chassis, small bot chassis, that I've ever had at a single point in the game. And I don't know what to do with them. Outside of just lining them up on the rooftop, so it rings the outside of the rooftop. I should add in the thumbnail an arrow on the robot saying OMG at the top. Why? For what? No, it's not pre-recorded. We're talking. That's why I'm not... It's not moving when my hands are away from the keyboard. This is not like an edited video where I can edit the video and have it where I'm talking over a spot where I actually was not... You know, I could talk where I'm not playing, but I could then take gameplay and put it underneath that because, you know, magic of editing. It's funny how many comments I've had people say on some videos saying, how is he talking with his hands moving at the end, but he's still playing the game? This is fake. I'm like, no, it's called, most YouTubers, if they record from the camera, they record to an SD card. I just record to video tracks. It's no different. I can adjust in editing. It's totally normal if you know any editing. Hands off the keyboard. Keyboard's not doing anything. I'm not moving. I got a good attack group coming in. Let's see. Any of them get picked up? Actually, I bet I can get a couple of them picked up if I move just enough. Boop. We got one. That looked almost like it hit a second one there, but it didn't. Ha! It got crushed, but the other chassis, the other body is still sitting there underneath. And two of them are enough to block the pathing of them so they can't get in there. This is a good sized group, I would say. Let's see how it looks. Oh, yeah, look at that. That is a pretty decent sized group right there. Boom. Boom. So yeah, let's watch that again. Now, hands off the keyboard, but we're watching the playback. That was, yeah, that was a pretty good little setup right there. I feel like that was a good wipeout right there. A lot of stuff did not get picked up this time. Actually, I'm gonna wait for that. Oh, we got another group coming. What the heck's going on with this? This is like something I think got messed up with this. Somehow when I copied it, it seems like something got messed up when I copied it or after I copied it, because it looks like it's not treating the right number count anymore. And all I did was like reset it so I could do the upload. I didn't like change the programming on it, which should have had no effect. So apparently I may have a broken upload on that may have to be redone. A dark room. It's an interesting game. Xbox still has voice privileges right now, or well, at least, you know, the chat option to be silly in chat, you know. Now, if it becomes abused, he may be timed out again, or get put in timeout. All right, come on, big guy. I want to go check my programming over here. Another one coming in. They won't stop. Let's see. Let me look at this. It'd be really nice, actually, if you could go in and, like, have an option to, like, right-click it and be able to view, like, the programming for it before you place it down. Oh, we're getting big attacks now. I should have just waited. I should have waited to see if they would just keep piling them in, you know. All right. Now, once again, let's check this very quickly to find out what's going on here. So, yeah, set number value to 10. If it is unsuccessful, set the number value to 10. And then if it's less than or equal to 1, do this part. If not, subtract numbers. So I wonder if that got messed up because that did not trigger because the deposit was pretty much empty or about to be emptied. Okay, so it was actually fine. It was just it reached the end of a day. Okay. I was getting concerned because I couldn't see anything, and when I looked at it, I didn't get that pickup for it saying, oh, 32 items. So it's just, it was almost done, but I've got placed where it's covering things up. Karen Buchanan. Not with us, is she? Been a member for 10 months in a row. Well, thank you, Karen. Glad to have you as a member. Alright, well, we got some good bot explosions. Let me double check, make sure I did post all my uploads. I did not post the incinerator. We'll do one more. Incinerate. Oh, if I could spell. Ooh, wait. Oh, and it did it again. Something. It like locked me up for a moment. Oh, I missed something. Ah. Go away. I forgot something. There's no button. I did not get a button set up for it. I missed the button. Okay, I gotta redo this. Auto incinerator. I got that. I did not get the button on it too. Okay, gonna finish that. Placement point. We're gonna go with placement point that. That. There it goes. Cuts right back off. Alright, I got that. Now I can upload it. I'm glad I noticed that. Otherwise I would upload it and be like, how do you turn it on? The button's missing. Yeah, I would like to see a clearer outline on stuff that's selected, but as I saw earlier, some of the stuff with the outlines, it lags it up a bit. Alright. There we go. You spontaneously combusted. Well, it's congratulations to be typing afterwards. That's impressive that you spontaneously combusted, but you're still able to type. You named your toilet Betsy. I'm actually disappointed on that one. Okay, well, I'll let that shut off before I call it. There we go. So that is the creation update. Go ahead and find several creations on the workshop from me from today that we did today. Now, some of this is stuff I've already done. Of course, we already made. I tried uploading the programming. This is so much simpler. You know, you make sure you got the items and you place it down. That's it. That's what we needed for the workshop to really take off. And I think now we've got that, so the workshop is really going to take off. We're going to start seeing a lot more stuff going on in the workshop besides what I'm adding. So yeah, we'll go ahead and save. Let's wrap it up. Timmy, snap to it, Timmy. Come on. Quit being lazy. What should you call your toilet? How about the porcelain throne or something simple? You need to call it Betsy. You want to name your toilet with a person's name to be like, this is where I put my butt? Is there somebody you know, Betsy, that you don't like that you say, I would put my butt on her face? Well, thank you, Jenny. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. At some point, the game is going to finish saving. I'm still waiting on it to save and close. And Timmy to reboot. Oh, there it goes. Finally. Yeah, it doesn't take me very long to get the game where it's full of stuff and it slows the saving down. Let's see. I'm going to the workshop. The Mechanica workshop. Files I've posted. I'm going to leave my old ones up, but I'm going to stick with the doing all creations at this point because you get everything. You build the creation, you could go and look at the code afterwards, and a lot easier. Yep. Well, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 designs uploaded today, and none of them were the standard basic simple miner setup. I didn't do a simple miner. I did the timed miner, auto water bottling setup, auto fuel depot, empty vessel maker. I'll have to go back in and make some more pictures, like screenshots, and clean them up to add them to it. But yeah, that's a bunch of stuff added to the creations on there. I'm not sure how many there were before I started, but must have been 13 because I just added 7 to it. Folly, I'm glad you enjoyed the last 30 minutes. SBots, I mean, that's not my fault. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. So yeah, I'm definitely very pleased by this update. If you have not checked out Mechanica yet, might be a good time to pick it up. Also like the fact that when I unsubscribed or I deleted that subscribed blueprint in the game, it actually unsubscribed me automatically on the workshop. So I don't have to go back in and say, oh yeah, I gotta go and unsubscribe this now. So it's funny, the most popular and the most subscribed are still, for the most part, the old code blueprints, but I think you're going to see a lot more of the creations becoming popular now, because it, again, so much easier. Just place it down and you're good to go, as long as you make the items. Well, thank you, Felonius. We try to have fun on the streams, and I definitely wanted to mess with as much as I could from this. I might build like a, like there's one here I'm looking at the workshop, and it's called Power Room. And it's just, it's 15 power storage devices with light signaling for charging and power mode, all programmed, of course. I'm thinking I could do something similar, but do basically the way I've done it now. Like my power battery setup is done so that half run from 6 p.m. to midnight, the other half from midnight to 6 a.m. So, because it won't run all night on battery, they'll drain at like 4 a.m. So each group drains to 40% and then recharges during the day. I'm thinking of building like, I could do a room that is set up the same way, but could be modular, and have it where the room also has solar panels on the top. So it's just, you deploy it down with all the stuff. You have a big power bank ready to go. All you got to do is plug in, you know, run the wire to the other base, and you have power going to it. Thank you, Candace, as well. See you at spots. Well, we're not going yet. We're going to talk for a minute. I'm willing to chat for a moment still. Yeah, I am definitely going to be doing a lot more playing with this now off screen a bit too. And just, I need ideas. I need to come up with ideas. I think everybody else needs to be, if you're playing this game, let's get some ideas going. Because I think we could come up with some really interesting stuff. And again, it's so easy to share out now. On having a double door setup, having a quick lithium miner with automatic timing. You just go in and say 10 days is how long it takes to refuel, let it go, you know. Stuff like that. Like here's somebody posted a basic miner, and this is a very strange basic miner. I'm not sure about this one. I'm absolutely not sure about this one. For some reason, it's on button push. Do 50 repetitions at 10-second intervals to turn it on. And then unsuccessful mine attempt or successful mine attempt, turn it off. So it's a basic miner, but it powers itself off between each repetition. So it's like it runs, powers itself off, powers back on, runs, powers itself off, powers back on. I really don't get that one. I really don't understand that one at all. It's just solar panel, turn it on, it runs out of power, it turns off. Have an unsuccessful mining attempt, turn off. Storage box fills up, turn off. You know, that's a much more basic miner. I might have to actually do a basic miner on here. Just to add that. But yeah, everybody, that's your homework this week. Let's think of interesting ideas, interesting designs that could be done on the next stream that could go on the workshop. You say, hey, let's make a car that looks like this or does like this. We could try it, you know? So be coming up with ideas this week, and we'll look at this one again next week. Most likely. Try to come up with more stuff for the workshop. Gain the look. All right, bye, Jason. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Timmy. Timmy. All right, there you go. Look. Show face. Look cute. Stretch it out. Oh, so stretchy. Oh, stretchy dog. All right, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. A Batmobile? I mean, you'll be specific. I can make it black, you know, and say Batmobile. But when you're talking about like machine guns, launching, you know, dropping bombs, the 80s Batman, I need to know what kind of aspects of that. So yeah, think about that kind of stuff, and we'll come up with some ideas. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. It's kind of homework, but it's fun homework. You know, thinking of an interesting concept we could try in this. Thank you, Jenny. You have a good rest of the weekend as well. You love the Subnautica videos, but you like the stream too. Well, at some point, I'll probably go back to streaming Subnautica. Just right now, I'm trying to focus all the video stuff on Subnautica because I want to do that right now. It's just a little bit more comfortable doing that. And, you know, this is a lot more like Mechanica. You can toss out ideas. It's very quick and easy to come up and try something in there with the programming. It's, you know, Subnautica, a lot of tedious gathering supplies at times. Sentries on it and EMPs on the side. We could try that. Bring it up next week. Just remember the EMPs might have a bad, you know, issue. Might cause a problem there. And there's also an issue of balancing. So we got to think of that. But bring it up. We might try it next week at Xbox. For now, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for, you know, letting Timmy lounge next to me and look cute. That's what he did. Well, yeah, go check out the creation update. If you're using the workshop for this, make sure you try out my designs I uploaded today. If you like them, leave a comment saying you like them, what you like about them on that. And of course, come up with ideas for next week's live stream for this, see what we come up with. But that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Go enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.